when you're young, I'm sure you went through a time where you liked someone, and we usually think liking someone is a very good thing. But in some scenarios, this could really damage us and put us in a path that is not towards Jesus Christ. So that's why we need to like people the right way and not from an unhealthy place. So if you like someone, here are 3 tips to help you to see if it's healthy that you love them. Tip number 1, examine your feelings. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 23. Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the body issues of life. In this verse, King Solomon tells us that we should guard our hearts to the issues from the world. One problem with us liking someone is that we can grow in unhealthy places, like liking the idea of marrying them rather than just the reality, because many days people choose other people for their appearance or personality, and even though that could be good sometimes, those ideas can damage us in very harmful ways and manipulate us to Satan, who is the enemy. So the lesson from this story is that your feelings of love come from a healthy place or an unhealthy place. Tip number 2, recognize if the person you're interested in is not following God's order. John chapter 14, verse 21. He that hath my commandments and keepeth them, he is that loveth me, and he that loveth me shall be loved of my Father, and I will love him and will manifest myself into him. Now there are 2 parts to this tip, and the first part we'll go over is the standards part, because you see the Bible says that we should not be married to unbelievers, because unbelievers don't have the traits that Christians hold, and that's why we as Christians are not supposed to marry unbelievers, because the Bible says that it will probably lead to trouble. And also, one of the most important things about this section is that if the person you're interested in leads you to sin, or does that person lead you to godliness? And also examine how you feel about this person and what are your goals for liking someone. The next part is idolatry, because the Bible condemns idolatry. So if you're attracted to a girl, in no way should you make that girl your God, because the Bible says that humans are sinful, but God is sinless. So if we have faith in him, we can go to heaven. And what happens if you only care about that spouse is that if that spouse breaks up with you, you would feel a lot of pain inside and outside, and maybe you would get depression and higher levels of depression. Tip number 3, learn to love the right way. Romans chapter 12, verse 9 to 10. Let love be without dissimulation. Abhor that which is evil. Cleave to that which is good. Be kindly affectioned one to another with brotherly love, in honor, preferring one another. In this passage, we learn that love should be kind, sincere, and wisdomful. So understand that the person that you like is a sinner and is flawed, has insecurities and weaknesses, but God can use you as a person to help them win their battles. So if you like someone, don't just be their friend in order to have a chance to be their spouse, but be their friend to help them. So when you like someone, here are 3 tips to help you like them in a healthy way. 1, examine your feelings. 2, recognize if they don't follow God's order. 3, learn to love the right way. Love can be messy sometimes, guys. So keep asking God to guide you in your love. And always remember that you are essential, not accidental.